Hello and welcome. My name is Tom Shima, and today is Sunday, June 21st. I'm going to be continuing to play the game Persona 3 Reload in the series I've called Persona a Day. That's why I've been playing the game one in-game day at a time as it lines up with the real calendar. Well, as I like to do, I'm going to go over what we did yesterday, just to make sure we're all caught up coming into today and coming in with the same information. After that, we'll get into today's gameplay to see where that takes us. And then once that's done, we'll come back here to the desk, talk about it a bit more, and see what sort of deeper connections we might be able to make. For anybody watching on YouTube, I'll have timestamps in the description in case you want to jump ahead to a specific section. And please be aware that since this is a full playthrough of the game, we will be encountering spoilers. Oh yeah, let's start off then by going over what we did yesterday on Saturday, June 20th. It was a normal day of school. Throughout the week, we'd kind of been hearing some other students talking about rumors considering the Kirijo group, and just wondering why they have a hand in Gekkokan High, why they've made such an important high-tech new school. And the thoughts also turned to Mitsuru herself, and kind of wondered why someone that seems to be the heir to the group is having such a big role in the school. She's the student council president, she's an academically skilled student, but she's living in a dorm as well. Some students were wondering about that. They figured somebody with a big family background like that, why would she be living like a normal person in a dorm? So rumors continue to abound at the school, as they do. But other than that, it was a fairly standard day at high school, and we made it through without any issue. Mitsuru stopped by after class and mentioned that once again Chairman Ikutsuki was going to be stopping by the dorm in the evening, so she asked Junpei, Yukari, and I to please make time for that. So we did. Yukari suggested we make our way back to the dorm sooner than later, so I kind of tagged along. Obviously I wasn't right there with she and Fuuka, but when I did get back to the dorm, I saw the two of them out in front of the dorm with a dog. I had never seen the dog before, but he was very playful, energetic, seemed really smart just from the get-go. He was able to shake when Fuuka said, hey, shake. And it was just, such a cool scene. So I was able to walk over and ask, if I could pet him as well. And they introduced me to Koromaru. He's apparently a dog that comes by regularly. He seems very into people, very smart, very calm. Just, the perfect dog. Koro-chan, yes. So this was our first time meeting Koromaru. It was everything I'd hoped it would be. It totally made up for not being able to spend time with any other social links or other activities. I mean, who can say no to getting to play with one of the best dogs out there? And a passing housewife recognized Koromaru as well and gave us a bit of a backstory. Apparently Koromaru had belonged to the priest at Naganaki Shrine, and they took walks every single day. And unfortunately, about 6 months ago, it seems that the priest, while on a walk, had some sort of accident and didn't survive, unfortunately, which was rough to hear. But Koromaru, being that good boy, that good dog, he continues to take those walks that, he and the priest had taken. So he's still out doing that, and he's still out enjoying life, so that is good to see. And I hope I can see more of Koromaru around, but that was just a good introduction to meeting him. And that took us back inside the dorm then. Chairman Ikutsuki arrived not too much later, and we made our way up to the command room. And he mentioned that in his research into the shadows, he's potentially uncovered something. He was looking back over the big shadows that we'd encountered during the full moons, and it seems that they seem to follow a classification order that we use when analyzing the shadows. Apparently that ranges from Category 1 to Category 12, and so far the first 4 shadows we've encountered were Categories 1, 2, 3, and 4. Seems like quite the coincidence, but that's enough to kind of infer that there's a good chance we would like to believe the next shadow we will see is Category 5. There's no real way to be sure of that, but if the trend continues from what's established, there's a better than zero chance of that. We still don't have a lot of information on the motivation of the shadows, so we're still a little bit in the dark, but anything we can learn is just going to be that much better for us preparation-wise. Fuuka seemed to be really intrigued in all of this and really keeping pace with what the chairman was saying. So I will kind of defer to her for some of the specifics there. She and Mitsuru especially seem to be a bit more knowledgeable about it than perhaps Junpei and I. So like I said yesterday, I'll defer to their strengths and follow their lead on some of that informational side of things. But the meeting didn't go that much longer, but it was really nice to just feel that much more capable. We've actually got things we can act on now rather than following the shadows more blindly than we've been. So hopefully we're able to prepare as best we can in the next 2 weeks or so between now and the next full moon. And that brought me to Saturday evening with a little bit of free time. I had some options to spend some time with people around the dorm, which I considered, but the one thing I really wanted to have a third attempt at was the Big Eater Challenge at Wilduck. For the last 2 weekends, I had made my way over there to attempt it, I didn't do very well the first weekend. I did a little better last weekend, and I just was really hopeful that yesterday was going to be my day. Elizabeth wanted me to complete that the Big Eater challenge as well for one of her requests, so it just seemed like it was the thing to do. I made my way there, made it through the first level of the challenge with no problem, and I got to the second level, and I could not remember what I'd done the prior week. I kind of talked it out in the moment, and we wished I'd kept better notes. And I just kind of picked blindly. It's like, I think, let's try this week. And so I continued eating at a good solid pace and was able to actually see the pile of burgers get smaller. That was really encouraging because then it seemed like I was in that home stretch. I had one final choice to make. And two of the choices seemed like they would be slowing down, and the other felt like it was going to be keeping pace. So I went with the one that stood out as different, and that was it. The pile of burgers was gone. I was sitting there successfully having overcome the challenge. What a good accomplishment feeling, having worked on it the last 3 weekends. Nicer than that was completing that challenge got me social skill progress in all of my skills, in academic, charm, and courage. But even better than all of that was the fact that gaining those points of charm leveled up my charm. That took me up to smooth. And if that wasn't enough, leveling up my courage actually took me to a new level of courage as well, so that took me up to tough. So I leveled up 2 social skills to rank 4 yesterday. I completed the big challenge, I completed a request for Elizabeth, and it's really hard to ask for a better evening in terms of a game like this. So I made it back to the dorm feeling tremendously accomplished. Seeing personal growth, accomplishing requests, I couldn't ask for more. So I got to bed at a good hour, definitely not hungry, got to rest up, hopefully sleep in a bit, and come to Sunday to enjoy a day off. But we'll get into today's gameplay, see how that goes, and I guess, just see where it takes us. We'll be right there. So here we are in game. Anytime I come into the game, I usually have it on whatever rank up screen we had from yesterday's stats, but I especially wanted to kind of brag about this one because look at that. Rank 4 in charm, rank 4 in courage, all in one night. Academics is probably the next, obviously the next one I want to kind of catch up to everything, but by leveling up charm, I think I can interact potentially with a new social link at some point going forward. And if I can level my courage up a little bit more, that should allow me to interact with Fuuka after school. So I'm making really positive steps, and it's just really nice to see that. But this was the end of Saturday, so we'll finish that off and catch up with today's calendar. Thanks to completing the Big Eater challenge. Oh, yes, I can get a limited weekend Wilduck set. Yeah, that's something else. I can order a new food item. So it was a great evening. Well, I can just only hope that today is as fun as that. But here we are, coming into Sunday, catching up on the real calendar. It's Sunday the 21st. Day starting off early with a call or a text. A few messages. I must be popular. Okay, Bebe and Chihiro. Bebe, are you free? Hello, we have today off. I want to go out with Tom Dono. And Chihiro, sorry to bother you. Hello, it's Fushimi. Would you like to go somewhere together? Sorry for the short notice. If you have some time and are interested, please let me know before the end of the afternoon. Thank you. Nice to start the day right off the bat with options. I will consider them. There's no school today. It's almost time for the home shopping show. It wouldn't be Sunday without hearing that jingle, would it? An irritatingly catchy song comes from the speakers.
It's Amazing Commodities!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the home shopping show, Tanaka's Amazing Commodities. I'm your host, Tanaka, with a live presentation of my amazing commodities. We'll show you great products at unbeatable prices. So don't touch that dial, because you won't want to miss these.
I'm going to do it!
Today we're introducing the Diet Support Set. Hate exercising? Don't want to change your diet? Looking for an easy way to lose weight? Then do we have good news for you.
Good.
First up, we have the amenity suit. Just slip into this, and the hourglass body you dream of will be all yours. Oh my goodness, it's wonderful. But wait, there's more.
Not bad, kid.
We'll throw in this. Super diet food, too. Guess how many? 3. All this for just 9,800 yen. This is a special, limited product available today only. You heard right, today only. Should I buy the amenity suit set for 9,800 yen? Yeah, I think so. I've got the money. I'm not sure what the stats are of this amenity suit, but we won't know until we buy it. Let's buy. I bought the amenity suit set for 9,800 yen.
Thanks, kid.
Next time, we'll be introducing a home gardening set. Don't miss it. That's it for today. We're all sold out. Sorry, folks.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you next Sunday, same time, same channel. The shopping program is over. I've said before, too, there's just something fun about that home shopping show and the level of realism to it, in that we're ordering something Sunday morning by phone, but it's something we actually have to order and wait for. It's going to be a handful of days before it actually shows up here, so we've got that looking forward to it arriving, kind of feeling. It's not just like a normal video game where it's like, I bought this thing and magically I already have it. It's like, no, I have to wait for it. Time will pass, and then it will show up. Okay, so we've got a couple other texts along with Bebe and Chihiro. Bunkichi, I have not spent time with the elderly couple in a while. Bookworms is open at... You see, lately my wife has been saying she wants to see Tom-chan. I want to see them too. And an ad from Wakatsu. Healthy brain food. Are you eating well? Keeping a well-balanced diet nourishes your brain, which in turn can improve your studies. We prepare great food with all our hearts just for you. Remember, a healthy brain stems from healthy food. Wakatsu's got your back. All right, it's going to be a good day. Most people went with the social links. Elderly couple, Chihiro, going on a date with Chihiro and spending time with Maya. A handful of people worked at the movie theater. Looking at Tartarus, that won't be an afternoon decision, but total floors explored. I'm still ahead of the curve on that one since we made it to that barrier floor on 69. Everyone's average level, they're still a little bit ahead of me. I'm around 23 or 24, I think. So not quite 25, but not drastically out of line with everybody else. If I can, get Akihiko and Mitsuru up a level or so, that'll kind of put us closer to in line. But I don't feel behind to the point where I need to worry at this point. We've still got 16 days until the full moon, so I don't want to let it go too long, but I'm not that far under the gun yet. As most Sundays have been, I see the icon here to spend time with Maya. I like spending time in that online game, so that always does draw my attention. But I'll head out around first and see the sights, talk to the people, make it more of a day. And I'm going to head upstairs first, it should kind of be different. Take a look at our garden during the daylight hours. I've got some tomatoes that should be ready in a handful of days. They're looking good. 6:26, 5 days. Just to see the sights from up here during the day, because so often it's nighttime before I'm able to get up here. Not a lot to see from up here, but nice to just see some different sights occasionally. I wonder how everybody else is spending their day, if they're down in the lobby or if they've headed outside for the day. Here's another thing, too, I need to get better about. I've been saying it, but I need to interact with this refrigerator more, because I want to get that lukewarm taiyaki that I've been carrying around for probably going on 3 weeks now. I want to get that in the fridge soon. It's not going to be cleared out until something like the 30th now, but if I just make this part of my normal rotation, there's less chance I'll miss it like I did last time. So, still 6:30. That's not today, but I've looked at it now, so hopefully I can remember next time. It looks like everyone else is out, but Fuuka's here doing something on her laptop.
Good morning.
Wow, there's no one here. Everyone must have gone out. I think Yukari-chan went to the shrine again. I don't have any plans today, so I think I'll just stay here. If you want to head out, then you should, Shima-kun. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. I can totally relate. You've got the day off. You've got the space to yourself to just unwind and relax. It seems like the ideal kind of day for me, so I won't get in her way there. I will check the TV, though, because it's Sunday. We like to do that. Maybe we'll catch the tail end of another episode of Phoenix Ranger Featherman R. Looks like we do. On the next episode of Phoenix Ranger Featherman R. Episode 18, Death of a Condor. Get your hankies ready, kids. On to today's news. We always catch the tail end, but it's been kind of interesting to watch the progression of that series just from the episode trailers for the next week. An odd way to do it, but it's our way to do it. So many places to go and see. I'm going to head down here to the station island first. Island station. The words were there, the order was different. Oh, we've got the station attendant. He hasn't said anything to us new in a while. Every year during the rainy season, a lot of umbrellas are left in the Lost and Found. The Lost and Found box is full almost instantly, and I have to take care of it. And rainy days are depressing. There is that thought a lot of people have. I'm kind of one of those that looks contrary to that, and I enjoy rainy days. I'm not going to be that one that says, oh, you hate rainy days? How can you hate rainy days? It's like, I can like something other people don't like, and vice versa. Looks like Screenshot is just as crowded as it is every other Sunday. I don't see myself working there today when there's social link fun to be had. And here we are seeing more Lost, more apathy syndrome potential sufferers around. It's been one thing I've really been trying to key in on a bit more as going through this playthrough. The game does so much about just showing things in the background. Get totally distracted now because here is the weak cat. Mew. Have to say hi to the weak cat. We met Koromaru yesterday too, so another great animal to try to interact with. The weak cat is iconic, but Koromaru is Koromaru. So hopefully I'll get to see more of Koro-chan around. I would love to feed the cat. That was actually one of the first things we purchased at the very first weekend there was a sale at the pharmacy. There was that deluxe cat food. Yes, pet it, hug it. I want to just, if I could spend the entire day with the weak cat, make that a brand new social link. Bring it back to the dorm. Let everybody else enjoy the weak cat as well. If only that were my option. Talking to it twice in a day even. I'm actually not sure I've done that. 3 times? I'm sure I haven't done that. But I guess I don't want to dote on it too much. It's got its own independence. It seems to like it here, or it wouldn't keep coming back here. And I know where I can find it. Things like interacting with the weak cat, picking up on that's just been so much fun to take an innocuous background character that was just kind of there when I played the game before and just really make that real connection to it. It's really something that only has come to me through this style of playing the game, so hopefully you're enjoying it as much as I am. Spent some time at Game Parade back on Friday. Today's Punchboxer, Real Wheel Racer, and Edgar's House of Fortunes. I was able to get all the Jack Frost dolls I needed, so I don't need to play the crane game again for a while. There was the sale yesterday at the pharmacy. He's been so nice at reminding us about how hot it's getting, as if we're not really already aware of that when we step outside. But there's also that point where we're getting into summer now, and the warmer weather is here. So you kind of get to that spot where you come into places like this that have the air conditioning, and you just kind of feel it when the door swings open, and there's that blast of cold, refreshing air. You don't want to go back outside. So I'll kind of, browse.
Sometimes there'll be some bad apples who try to lift something from my shelves, but a cold, hard glare will scare them off.
Nice. I haven't heard him say that before, but he would definitely look like that intimidating person that if if he catches you doing something.
Done already?
I could definitely see that being intimidating enough to get people to question their ways. So, pharmacy owner, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope it's another good week for you.
Come again, yeah?
I will. Yeah, I've got something to report to Elizabeth, though, since I was able to overcome that Big Eater challenge yesterday.
Marvelous.
It's as if your presence emanates a far brighter radiance than before. Perhaps all your hard work is starting to show. Here, it may not be much, but this is my gift to you. Please accept it. 2 more Twilight fragments.
I'm looking forward to
I
it.
still cannot foresee the limits of your potential. I look forward to witnessing you grow even further. Yeah, I've been using a lot of Twilight fragments in Tartarus recently, so it's nice to get a few more here.
Here are my requests.
But after quite a while, challenge number 11 prevailed the Big Eater challenge. Success.
Wonderful.
It seems you've completed a request. One moment, please, while I check. I see that you took on the Burger Establishment's eating challenge. I wasn't aware that completing it would grant you access to an off-menu combo.
Marvelous.
What a truly generous service. Though it has only made me yearn even more to challenge it myself one day. That would be a sight. How do you think Elizabeth would fare at a challenge like that? Based on what we saw the other day when I took her to the Iwatodai Station area, she seemed to handle her own just fine going through all the eating. I think it mentioned something about us having been on our seventh meal already, and I was looking a little full, and she was just having a grand old time. So I don't think it would be much of a challenge for her. I think it would be fun to see her attempt it. Please take this as your reward. 3 more Twilight Fragments. And no new requests, so this is, I think, the fewest requests I've been down to in a while. They'll all be worked on in Tartarus. So it's nice to be caught up there.
Very well, then.
Have to stop in and say hi to Igor while I'm here. Don't know what the evening will bring, whether or not we'll end up in Tartarus again, so if I don't make my way back here, it's nice to see him now.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
Igor, Elizabeth, it's always great to see you. I thank you for the support. Hope your weekend's going well. Hope you guys get days off, too. It's nice to have a day off for myself, so hopefully you can make some time and enjoy yourselves as well. But that's all. I'll get out of your hair now and just wish you well.
We look forward to your next visit.
And I'm good on all the gear from Officer Kurosawa, which I have not been able to say for a while, but it's kind of nice this iteration of things to be ahead of that curve as well. It's really like I'm coming into my own with things, with Tartarus progress and gear progression. I'm really fortunate, too, that Chairman Ikutsuki and the team that's supporting us got us all the new battle gear and new weapons. That really did help out as well.
What do you got?
Nothing to sell, so I'm all caught up here. So, Officer Kurosawa, thanks for keeping everything safe and supporting us. I hope you're having a good day.
All done here?
I am.
Come back soon.
He seems like the kind that doesn't mind a visit, but he also seems like a very direct sort of person. It's like, if you don't have business here, I'm on the clock. I need you to move along, so... I want to acknowledge that. I just noticed I've been having a hard time actually keeping tabs of Suimitsu. And seeing him out here now, though, kind of blending into the fountain there. One more option to consider for spending my day. Yes, okay. The last couple weeks, we've been seeing Junpei and Yukari hanging out with Ken Amada. I was introduced a couple weeks ago, and it seems like they've been spending every Sunday over here. Oh, hello, Shima-san. Hello, Ken. How you doing?
Hey!
I've been chatting with Amada-kun today, and boy, he really is mature, you know? He definitely acts a lot more adult than Junpei. Jeez, Yucatan, that's mean. How about you? You think I'm totally the more mature one, right? This is the exact same dialogue we had last week. I agreed with Junpei last time, and he kind of went against the grain there and was kind of bragging about that in a not-so-mature way. So let's see what happens if I think Amada's more mature this time around. Wait, you too? Come on, man, that's messed up, ganging up on me like that. Yeah, maybe that is. I will roll the dice next weekend and see. Kind of interesting, too. There was a week or so ago with Maiko, where she introduced me to her friend Stripey, the guy in the striped suit. Haven't seen him here since, but he mentioned coming here on Sundays, so I'm sure as time progresses, maybe we'll see him, but I like to stop in and just see if this is the week. Doesn't look like it is, so let's enjoy the sacred tree and just kind of take in some nature for a minute. All right, everybody nice and calm. All right, let's continue on with the day then. We've been everywhere else, so no reason not to head to the Iwatodai Station. It was fun being here the other day with Elizabeth and just getting her take on the escalators and seeing those as a challenge to overcome to get to the top, and the pitfall trap here that's covered in warnings but still an open hole in the ground. Just to see her view on our world and things that are normal and commonplace to me through a totally different lens. Only she could see things that way. We haven't talked to the precocious girl in a while about anything new. The last few times she's been worried that she's going to fall behind her peers by not doing enough homework or harder level classes in elementary school to prepare for middle school. My teacher uses special stationery, but It's so childish. We're 6th graders, and he treats us like little kids. Both questions here. I don't want to lean into the childish side of things because the student really seems to want to be mature, so I don't want to lean back into the, oh, well, you are a child, despite, her technically being a child. So I'll ask about the stationery. Oh, just with pictures of Mr. Fox and Mr. Raccoon and stupid jokes. He never talks, but he doodles all day. And it's one of those tough things that we've talked about before with her too. She wants to grow up and do the mature things, but we've talked that there are some certain things you can only experience as a kid. So it's kind of that challenge of wanting to grow up, but also pushing past the things that you can only experience as a kid. That catch-22. You can't have both. Do my usual run through. It's always amazing too how much busier this place is on the weekends during the day. It shouldn't amaze me because people have time to be out and all that, but just getting to see this usual sight in a different light, actually. Where am I going? I never did figure that out, did I? Let's head back to Polonia Mall and think about it. In case I need to pick up a persona from the Velvet Room, I'll be here. I could spend time with Suimitsu over there, but it's Sunday, and every Sunday I made the same case to everybody, but Sundays are the only day right now that I can spend with Maya. We can only do it on days off, and right now Sundays are our only day off. So that really does draw me towards the online game. The fact that our character seems to be a bit of a gamer as well just kind of further fits that mold. As far as the online game does go, we are further ahead in that social link than anywhere else. But I'm definitely still drawn to that. I've always liked the Hermit Arcana in general anyway, so maybe I'm a little biased. In fact, I certainly am. I will admit that. It's not a maybe at all, but I do think I do want to head back, so let's make sure I've got a Hermit with me. I don't exactly. That's why we're back here then, I guess. Whether I can fuse one or summon one, I know I can summon one. Catch our save up. Oh, back to the Velvet Room.
Welcome to the Velvet Room.
I know I wished you well and wished you a day off, but I'm actually here for business now. Sorry to send mixed messages like that, Igor, Elizabeth.
Are you in search of new power?
What kind of persona do you desire?
I could fuse Lamia. I'm level 25. That's going to cost me Mitra either way.
All the time you need to consider.
I do have 2 chariots on hand, though, so yeah.
This would be a wise choice.
It's weak to striking, but fully resistant to fire, and slightly resistant to electric and dark. It's got a good balance of stats, and its background. A serpentine woman of Greek myth, she was once the queen of Libya. Zeus's jealous wife Hera killed her children, causing her to go mad and transform into a monster. Good to know. And we're going to gain a significant amount of experience, being rank 6 already.
What do you wish to inherit?
Got a lot of things to pick from, too. There's that challenge of having too many choices. I don't have a lot of light options, so I kind of like to keep that around. A good healing skill wouldn't be bad, but I guess if I've got all these Ma skills, they'll hit the enemy party in its entirety. I can, full enemy party coverage of wind, light, and fire this way.
It appears it will receive a good amount of extra power.
Let's go.
A new power emerges.
Nice to make a new persona and not need to summon one this way. Kind of a win-win. I mean, I'll need to reacquire something for the Temperance Social Link next time I spend time with Bebe. But I was going to try to fuse this persona eventually anyway, so why wait? I am Lamia. I shall turn the flames of vengeance into a fiery force for you to wield. It wasn't too long ago we reached 25% completion in the compendium, so it feels like we're making good steady progress there as well. Poison Boost and Poison Mist, and a Soul Seed Driblet. Lots of free stuff. Looking good. Wouldn't be bad to make power here out of Wapo and Hypixie, but I don't really need to do that today, so I'll hold on to the persona I have for now. So, thank you again, Igor and Elizabeth.
We look forward to your next visit.
Nice to see that level of growth to making a new persona that fits my needs and is something that I can use in Tartarus and for my social skills and as an ingredient. Power, yeah. It's hard to see the ability to make those persona and walk away from them, but I've already experienced a handful of times this playthrough where it's like I've fused away all my persona only to get to the end and like, man, I wish I had this Arcana with me. Guess I need to spend money to resummon it now. Not the end of the world to get there, but as much as I talk about money being a limited resource, if I burn through it all now, I've only got myself to blame later. Now I can make it back to the dorm feeling fully prepared. And again, just like I stopped and did a variety of things with my day. It wasn't just like I sat down at my computer and played an online game until it got dark outside. Even though that's what it's going to kind of turn into. I'll stay out of Fuuka's way because she looks like she's enjoying her own peace and quiet. Max stats, max buffs. Persona 5, I am very excited about that game. I will say that I have played a little small portion of the game, but I realize that's something I really do want to do on stream at some point, so I haven't made it very far in the game, and it was very hard to tell myself to stop. I didn't get too far into the game just out of actually forcing myself to stop, because I feel like that's something that would be more fun to experience with other people watching me experience it, for good or for bad. I'm very excited about it, and like I say, it's like it was a new Persona game, and it was just as exciting as every other Persona game I played, but it's like, no, I need to pull myself away from it because this could be fun for everybody, not just for me. And I don't really want to try to juggle multiple Persona games at the same time because I feel like that could be a little daunting for both me and the audience, but that is one of those down the road things I will 100% be playing at some point. Almost forget where I'm going here, and the computer's right there, but it's like, where am I going? Am I going to bed? Of course I'm not going to bed. And last time we talked to Maya, we've learned a little bit more about her coworker, Mr. E, that she works with at school. We know she's a teacher. And she just seems happy to be able to vent about school things with me and still be able to enjoy the game. So it's not just like I know a secret that she doesn't want me to know. So we're just that much closer together. Yeah, the same with Persona 4 Revival. I'm very excited there as well. It actually wasn't that long ago I finished Persona 4 for the first time. That was another one I would love to play on stream, and it'll definitely hit different being the mystery that it is, but I mean, that will be 100% something that spoilers are totally, as much as I can avoid them, a thing to avoid, but that will be so cool to see the updated version of things. Having just played the game and watched the anime and all that, it kind of felt a little different to see the updated graphics and to hear the different voices, but I am excited to see the new presentation for it and see how it goes. Yeah, I mean, it's got so much to live up to for as iconic as 4 felt. I enjoyed the anime. It was kind of fun too because I was able to watch it just after finishing playing the game, so all the story beats were still fresh in my mind, and the voices still seemed as close to their game counterparts as they could be. I enjoyed it. It's really hard to condense a massive giant RPG into I think it was a 25 or 26 episode series, so it still had enough room to breathe, but trying to condense something that long into a limited format, I think they did really well, all things considered. And so let's catch up with what the game remembers about Maya, in case I forgot anything. Maya continues to complain about her fellow teachers. I decided to hear her out in hopes that she might feel better afterwards. Yeah, it was just kind of fun to be there for her as someone to vent to, because she doesn't have that luxury at school. And I'm sure we all have those gripes about the work we have to do and the people we work with that you want to say, but you obviously can't say in the moment. The chat box is blinking. Looks like Maya wants to play Innocent Sin Online with me. I feel as if we can grow closer thanks to the hermit persona, Lamia. Should I spend time at my desk until nighttime? Sounds like fun. I think I'll spend the day playing online. I'm in Shinagawa Dungeon. I see Maya. Listen, Tatsuya. Nowadays, I just log into MMOs with bedhead and all. Like today, lol. Every week I say this about Maya. Her dialogue is totally meant to be seen on screen, and it's so hard to voice sometimes. It shouldn't be, because they are all just words, but there's things I can read in my brain that putting words to just feels weird. But it's been working out so far. But when I was little, people said I was a real cutie. Guess I missed my chance, right? Nobody thinks I'm hot anymore. Do men only want younger women? Be honest. What are you talking about? Age isn't the point, or well, yeah. I don't think age has a lot to... I mean, everybody's different. It's really hard to say generally across the board anything in any regard here, but there is that part of me that does feel a little blindsided with the whole topic of conversation. Not in a bad way, just a where did that come from sort of thing. So I'm not opposed to asking what she's talking about. And I don't think that's obviously true for everybody, so I can't blatantly agree with that. But I don't think age is the point. It really depends on who you're interacting with. So, do men only want younger women? No, age isn't the point. Our friend Kenji kind of proves that as well. That's what I'm talking about. You really get me. What's really important is true love. But I think I tend to like them on the younger side too, though. Maya seems very happy. By the way, am I making any sense? I hope so, because I teach composition. Okay, I'll be calm. I'll compose my bitching carefully for you. One of my coworkers is really pissing me off. I'm trying to avoid her. We used to teach to same grades, and we were together all the time. It's been a while, but that kind of thing sticks with you, you know? Anyway, she said she needed some advice, but then she just started bragging. Some student asked her out, and a guy she doesn't like proposed to her. Ugh. That's an interesting, level of storyline here that I didn't quite expect to see. Well, that our character didn't expect to see. I'm not jealous. It's just so freaking annoying. OMG. I hate skanky hoes like her. Just give the puppy dog eyes and guys will do whatever. She even stuffs her bra, LOL. Yeah. This she what? I don't know. Do I tell her to calm down, or do I respond like that deer in the headlights, kind of like I feel? I don't want her to necessarily calm down. I'm here for the venting side of things, if that's what she wants to do. But I also don't want to kind of throw that back there. It's like, what did you just say? To have her look back and, what did I just say? So maybe I will kind of try to talk her down a little bit. Maybe you do want to calm down. Well, that would kind of go against, though. Like I said, though, I am here to hear her out. As many other things as she's had to vent about. It is quite the connection, isn't it? Yeah, I played the game a couple times, so I do know where we're going, but it's one of those challenges of these playthroughs and trying not to allude to too much that my character shouldn't already know. Yeah, I guess none of these really stand out as an extreme negative, so I don't feel bad making any choice here, but... I guess, yeah, I'll just keep it casual. She, what? Are you sure you're telling me things you want to be telling me? I'm afraid you know too much now, Tatsuya. But that's right. She's got fake tits. Oh, man. Okay, for real though. Keep this between you and me, okay? That shouldn't be a problem. I don't see who I would talk to about that or why that would come up in any of my conversations, so your secret is definitely safe with me. Wow. This conversation's been all over the place. Not in a bad way, just in a things I didn't think I'd be reading out loud today kind of way. Maya seems to be enjoying herself. That's still good. I swear, OMG, I saw Miss K running in late one time, right? And her pads fell down and it looked like she had 4. They're fake for sure. My school is full of teachers like that. Man, Tatsuya, talking to you is better than getting a massage. I'm glad she's having fun. I opened myself up to this too, so I can't really complain. Complaining online now is now an important part of my days off. All right. I'm glad I can be the impromptu weekend therapist. Maya seems to like talking to me, and I'm happy to hear that. As awkward as I make it sound, I like her being able to trust me like that and to feel like she can share these things with me. I feel like we're growing closer. Rank 7. Kind of wild to look at that and just see 3 unfilled stars now. We're getting really close. And that's the kind of thing with some of these storylines. It's like I never want to get to the end of them because I like spending time with these people. So to see that we're already level 7, it's like, wow, where's the time gone? We're supposed to be fighting demons from hell, right? But after what I just said, I might go to hell anyway. Well, I rented some DVDs, so later, Tatsuya. Thanks for chatting. There she goes. Maya's player signed off. And it's nice to just have that time on the weekend where she doesn't have to think about work in the same way. She can vent to me as essentially an anonymous person friend online, but still to voice those things that she can't say anywhere else. As I've been saying, she is a person behind the character. It's not like she's just another character in a video game. An online game is full of real people. Real people have real feelings and all that, so it's such a cool portrayal of a social link. But I decided to log out as well. So that was a fun afternoon. Even if it went down weird directions I wasn't anticipating. Oh, wow. I don't think I've come downstairs in an evening before and not had anybody here to greet me. Not that I expect that, it's just like, wow, that kind of stands out. Get cleaned up here. Spent a lot of time sitting and gaming, so probably think about how close those tomatoes are. Yep. No sense going back upstairs to check my phone since we were up there all afternoon. The news is on right now. Nothing else to see there. Just an ad from Wilduck. The wait is over. The weekend Wilduck set is finally here. Plus, your free drink that comes with the set will have extra ice. Peck away, wild ducklings. Secret recipes? Mysterious ingredients? Do you have the guts to go wild duck? Not only do I have the guts, I overcame the Big Eater challenge yesterday. For that reason, I don't see myself headed back there tonight, but it's nice to have a different kind of ad. Yeah, 14% of people have spent time with a social link, again, that I have not yet made, so I need to keep my eyes open, my ear to the ground a bit more going forward here. Everyone else went daily life. Where does my night take me? Let's find out. Always kind of, half fun, half weird to get to this point and not really have a plan for my day. Because if I'm spending, real actual time, I'd like to have a roadmap for where my day is going to go. But it has been kind of freeing to get to this game and just take it as it comes and not have to be anywhere. It's like, where am I going to go tonight? I don't know. We'll take a walk around. We'll see the sights, see who's out and around. Having leveled up both my charm and my courage yesterday was super rewarding. I do want to keep working on courage to be able to spend time with Fuuka. I want to work on my academics to try to catch those up and get to level 4 as well. Kind of came over here to Club Escapade out of habit so we could enjoy a bit of a party vibe. Talk to the fortune teller fanatic and her friend. The candid woman. Well, normally meeting new friends is something that just happens. In this case, I guess you might rely on fortune telling, but it's not my style. I'd rather look for friends on my own. I get that side of it, but there's also, again, that placebo effect of fortune telling. Yeah, enjoying the dance. Well, yeah, we talked about that placebo effect too, and if you receive this fortune that tells you to be on the lookout for a new connection or someone, the color blue will be important in your future, it opens you up to things that you wouldn't necessarily be looking for, and that might be that push you need to make a friendship. So whether or not the fortune telling itself has any actual merit, if it can change your perception on things and make you open to new things, you could argue that it does have some effect. I don't really have any friends, but I'm trying to make some. So I asked Mama how I could meet more people. Her answer was still pretty abstract, but it helped me come up with a solution. I'll try doing it sometime. There you go. Yeah, sometimes it's just that act of taking yourself out of the everyday comfort zone and trying something different that can lead to things. Still looking pretty quiet up here. Nice view down on the dance floor, though. Alright. That's probably enough time at Club Escapade. Yeah, I like how fortune telling works in the Persona franchise, and to hear that there's a different take on it, that sounds interesting as well. I will definitely keep my eyes open for that. Here I am running around Bologna Mall, not exactly sure where I'm going. The idea of going out for dinner somewhere, maybe in Iwatodai, seems like it's got some potential. I haven't been over to Wakatsu Kitchen in a while, so that could be fun. I've really been headed up to the Net Cafe in the evenings, too, to see what they have on sale. I bought everything last I knew, but one of these days I'm sure they're going to have something new to sell me. And if nothing else, I can come in and just take a look. Still all sold out. But I can still browse the sections and see all the lined-up cases of PC software. An old nostalgic feeling that I haven't really done in a physical sense in a while. Digital storefronts are nice, but like I've said, there's something to be said for seeing just the rows of actual physical media sometimes. Kind of more of that time capsule vibe. Again, like talking about the DVD player the other day and how cutting edge that was. Watching things on TV like Phoenix Ranger Featherman R this morning. That episode was live this morning before noon, and then the news was on afterwards, and all I caught was the tail end of it. So it's not like I can just go to a streaming service and pull that next episode up in a couple hours and watch it live. It was much more convenient, or it is much more convenient now, but you lose some of that shared togetherness of having to, everybody watched this thing Sunday morning, and that was when they saw it, and then they could talk about it on Monday. And I don't know. Trading convenience out, you gain things, but you lose things. Again, here I go talking about random things, just running around randomly without a direction in mind. Well, let's spend the evening at Wakatsu Kitchen. Of course I gotta go the full platter. I like the Prodigy platter, but it's been a good day. A good day to think about nostalgia, talk it out with those around us. Had that Big Eater challenge yesterday, so I might still kind of be full from that, but I haven't been to Wakatsu in a while. That was kind of one of those big exam preparation places. I came here a lot during the week leading up to exams, but haven't been back since then, really. So, a couple times, but
I'll show you to your table.
they know me as a regular. I wonder if it's due to my charm. I'll try the seafood full course. Actually, now that I say that, I don't know if I've actually been able to order the full course before. I know I've wanted to. I ordered the seafood full course. I can sense omega-3 is rushing to my brain. I feel like I can solve any problem now. I didn't expect to see it turn yellow, but there was that part of the back of my head that's like, ooh, could I actually level that one up to 4 today as well? And I mean, no, I didn't really expect that, but it doesn't mean I couldn't have wished for it. If I remember right, academics is one of the slightly harder of the 3 to work up. But it's a long game as well. I mean, it's only June, so I've got lots of time ahead of me. I don't want to rush through any of this. Kind of goes against the idea of playing it at a slower daily pace. But I did make some good academic progress there. And I like I like the restaurant here. It's a calm atmosphere. Just a good place to relax. But after dinner here, it looks like that's the end of the day. So let's head back to the desk and talk about it. Be right there. All right, so here we are. That was the end of Sunday, June 21st. And it was a great day. Looking back on the day, we did have the day off. Had a couple texts early on in the day from Chihiro and Bebe, both inviting me out, so it was nice to have those options to consider for the day. I still ended up spending time with Maya, as I like to do on Sunday. She had all sorts of things to vent to me about, which was kind of all over the board. Some fun, interesting things to try to read out loud. But nice to just still be there for her and to act as that sounding board, someone to vent to. She seemed glad to have me there as well, so that was encouraging. I was glad to see that constantly it was reminding me that she was having fun. I never want to make it awkward with her. I want to be there to listen to the things she has to say, but I don't want her to feel like she's crossed a line and said something she couldn't, or that I've heard something I'm not supposed to hear. So as long as I can keep it nice and fun and open like that, that's just the ideal. So we were able to chat, have some fun gaming, and increase the Hermit rank up to rank 7. So amazing to see that progress as well. The rest of the party was out. Junpei and Yukari were with Kanemata at the shrine. I didn't encounter Mitsuru or Akihiko, so I'm not sure where they went, but Fuuka was enjoying her time during the day, just down in the lobby by herself, so gotta have times like that as well. That brought me to the evening, and everybody was out. I didn't really look around too much for people, but after a while I ended up making my way over to Wakatsu Kitchen. They've just got a nice, quiet vibe. There's that window overlooking the street. It wasn't super crowded, the food was good. So it was just a nice, low-key, laid-back way to do things. Been going to Tartarus a lot this past week, so to have a day off kind of capitalized with good food and a calm place just sounds like the best way to spend the night. Gained a little bit of academic progress as well, which I do want to do. So it was a nice, low-key, easy end to the week, hopefully to start us off on a good week tomorrow. As quick as that summer was, I guess there's not a whole lot more that needs to be said about it, so that was the end of Sunday. It was a good day, and I want to thank you so much for being here with me for it. My name is Tom Shima. I stream this Persona a Day series live every day at 12:30 Eastern Time. Anytime you want to be here live, I would love to have you. I've also got an archive of every day's playthrough up on YouTube, so if you ever miss a day or want to review a past day, I know life is busy, so I want to give everybody those options to watch at your own pace. Whatever works for you, that's why it's there, but that's on my YouTube channel. So I just hope you all have a wonderful Sunday. Hopefully you can take it easy, just enjoy things. If you're working through anything, I hope it goes well. And I hope we can all stay positive as we start into a new week tomorrow. But I've been Tom Shima. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again, and goodbye.